Hello everyone. Welcome to Sweetie Speaks official YouTube channel. I am Sweetie Pinjani. This is System Verilog Trick Code series where we are seeing some trick codes in System Verilog. Before coming to this series, I recommend you to go through some other series which we have on Sweetie Speaks official YouTube channel. Example System Verilog tutorial series. Then we have System Verilog essential series. We have System Verilog up series. I will recommend you to go through all those first and then come to series like System Verilog Trick Code series, System Verilog Coding series, System Verilog Question and Answer series, because once you understand those system verilog concepts, this coding and question and answer series will become easy to understand. Today we are going to see one very interesting trick code which will involve your class, which means oops concepts that we had covered in system verilog oops series. Then it also involves your task, functions, and event we had covered in system verilog essential series. In case you have not gone through, you can go through. There is a complete lecture on event in system verilog essential series. Let's understand the code in front of us. I have a class which has 16-bit address and 33-bit data. And then I have a module test sweetie packet which has an event sweetie packet received. And then I have a task which will wait for this event. The name of the task is wait sweetie packet. Here I am creating an instance of sweetie packet. We'll wait for the sweetie packet received. Once sweetie packet is received, I am allocating memory to the object. New is the constructor. We had seen this in System Verilog UP series. Here you are just creating an instance of sweetie packet. Until you don't call new, the memory is not allocated. It means in this code, I am allocating memory only when I receive the packet. Here you can see I am waiting for the event at the rate, and the name of the event means I am waiting for this event to occur. Only when this event occurs, I'll allocate the memory for the object packet. Only then I'll allocate. Then next I have a function print sweetie packet, and this function is waiting for your packet. It's calling the task to wait for your packet, and then once the packet is received, it's just displaying that yes, the packet has received. And then we have initial block wherein we are triggering the event. This is how you trigger the event. You can see this in System Verilog Essential series. There is a tutorial on event. There we had discussed all this in detail. Here I am triggering the sweetie packet event. Why? Because only when the event is triggered, the object will get created, and then this display will come. And after triggering this particular event, sweetie packet received, then I am printing sweetie packet, which means it should print this. Do you think this code will work? First question. You can go through it properly. I can again quickly summarize. I have a class which has 16-bit address, 33-bit data. I have a module in which I have an event. There is a task which will wait for the event and create an object. And there is a function which is calling the task. And then we will call the function to print the display, which is sweetie packet received. Do you think this will work? You can go through this code, take your time, pause this video, and understand if it will work, because now I'm going to give a solution. So if you want to pause now. So after running this, let's see if it will work or not. What do you think? Will it work? See, it will not work. Why? Function cannot enable a task. Let me explain you the concept. In System Verilog, function should consume zero time. It should be executed in the same timestamp. But task can consume time. And in our case, task is also consuming time. If you can see, we are waiting for the event to occur. Waiting means it will definitely consume time. Until this event does not occur, this particular task will not get completed. It means task is consuming some time, function doesn't consume time, and inside the function you are calling a task which consumes time. How can you call something which consumes time inside something which doesn't consume time? It's not possible. In real life example, try to explain you with the real life example. Say you have a small bottle whose capacity is just 100 ml, and you are trying to pour a liquid of 1 liter. Will this work? No, it will fall. Why? Because the bottle doesn't have this capacity. Similarly, this function needs to finish only in 0 timestamp, same timestamp, but you are making it wait. It will not work. It's not possible. That's why in System Verilog, it is not allowed to call a task inside function. This is not allowed. You cannot call a task inside function. This is the problem here. I will prove it to you. If I comment this statement, it will work. But this is not the complete solution. Let me just clarify that this is the problem. Main problem is that we were waiting. This particular thing is the problem, but this is not the solution. You can't just eliminate it. What we will do now, you cannot call a task inside the function, but you can call a function inside task. So what I will do, let me comment it out here. What is my aim? Once I get the packet, I need to display it. So let me do one thing. Instead of calling this task inside the function, let me call this function inside the task towards the end when everything is done. So here let me call print sweetie packet. If I do this, it should work. Why? Because it is possible to call your function inside a task. Function consumes 0 time. Task can consume some time. So it's fine. Task has the capacity to handle your function because function executes in 0 time. Now this is one solution. Another solution is you don't do this. You keep it as it is, and instead of function, make this as task. You can call a task inside task. That is possible. So here if you see, instead of end function, let me do end task. This will also work. This is also another possible solution for you. Now let's try to run this. Now what we have done, we are calling a task inside task. This is also allowed and it has worked. I hope you have understood now. Main thing we wanted to understand is functions, task, where it can be called, and little bit about the event. I hope this trick code was very helpful to you to clarify your concepts, especially in functions and tasks. To keep getting such content on VLSI and such interesting codes in VLSI, you can subscribe to Sweetie Speaks official YouTube channel. I, Sweetie Pinjani, will see you in the upcoming tutorial. Thank you.